Hello there, and welcome back to episode 17 of my Spaceblock series. I'm Icon, and today we are going to get a little bit closer towards the production of those sweet, sweet purple tech packs. In between this and the last episode, I amped up my power production by a wee little bit here extra. So I've plugged in 2 extra clusters of steam power here, because steam is so easy to acquire. Now I got a couple of megawatts to spend. Later on, I don't know if I'm going to go nuclear on this run. I haven't fully decided yet. Overall, the factory that I built in the last episode held its promises, basically. I didn't need to repair anything as of yet, but ultimately we'll see how everything works out as soon as it is in operation for a longer period of time. So today I want to work on the red circuits, because I figured that the red circuits are going to be the utmost important part for the whole procedure here, because we'll need the red circuits for the production of the electric furnaces and for the production of the modules here. So I figured I'd rather start with the red circuit production now and plug in all the rest afterwards. So I want to continue with the same schematic that I went with in the last episode, and that was working out everything from backwards. Get the idea. I want to start out and already consider and decide where I'm going to produce those red science packs. So I can already tell that I'm going to need an entire belt for copper cables or a red belt. That's going to be, well, it's going to be either way, 2 belts feeding into that machinery. So we're going to need 27 of these dudes. That's quite a lot. Let's see if I can fit them in here. That would be a very good use of that niche. Okay, so it's a cluster of 5. That's a cluster of 10. That's a cluster of 20. And that's no longer feasible. Okay, well, whatever. I'm going to expand my terrain here a bit, simply because it is going to be a lot easier to do it like that, I think. Or at least my imagination tells me so. Okay, so that'd be 30. Let's crop 3 away, and then we got the 27 machines we need. Okay, I'm going to string it like that. Output is going to be into this direction, so we can distribute the red circuits into the rest of the factory from here. I'm going to use 2 belts there. And considering everything, yeah, there's absolutely no use in using a red belt here. There's going to be simply, one is going to be copper, and one copper cable, and the other one is going to be a mix of plastic bars and green circuits, and that's that. Okay, so I already know where these things will be headed towards to. And now I'll start with the pre-production of the other parts. So we're going to need these as well. So considering how everything worked out so far, I'll put them here. And today I'm working from this end towards that end, whereas the last episode I did it quite the opposite way. Okay, now let's see. We're definitely going to need a red bus here to install to feed the copper cable, and that one will be fed by yellow. Here's going to be iron plate and copper cable. Okay. And the output, well, maybe I'm going to swap it. Feel as if this would be better that way. I love my robots, you know. I just love my robots. Okay, so theoretically that's going to be like as we want it to. Okay, now that's all stringed up, and now the next step will be the actual resource production. There's also going to be the copper cable production. I need a dozen of those dudes here. So, wait a sec, I can actually copy myself a couple of those here. So let's do batches of 10. Oh, wait a sec, I can't. It's the wrong recipe installed, then I don't want that. Okay, then we're going to do it like that. So, considering everything, I think that should be enough room. Is that parallel? It's not as if it would really matter, but 5, 10, and 12. Okay. So input for those will be transported via red belts. I don't know the stream direction yet, but that doesn't matter. And this is going to be the output for both factories at once. So these dudes here will have an output of 33 copper cables per second. That means I can't do this like that. Just realized this plan won't work like that. I need to load the belt completely because we're going to... Wait a sec. Isn't that... No chance. This one is overloaded with 30, so I'll have to rearrange that. So let's see. Whoops, that was not what I had in mind. That one. Okay, so let's see. How many of those are actually producing 20 copper cables? Would that be an amount of 5? So 5 of them do 16. 15. And 6 of them to do 18. Just trying to figure out the ratio here. I'll go away to do this. Didn't mean to click you. Okay, so that's going to be the amount of copper cable we need for the green circuit. Okay. So we're going to do this like something like that, maybe. So that's an output of 21. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't like the way of supply here in situations like these, but... Oh. How many plates? 10.5 per second, so we can't easily string those plates like that. There we go. And then we'll have an input of copper cables like this. Should be working out fine. Okay, so that's been sorted out. And now we're going to need the remaining... We have 7. Let's make 6 out of that. Let's do the same thing with 6 of these buddies there. Just as a precautionary measure to make sure that I don't run to that I don't have a shortage of copper cable here. So we need a production of 19.5 in that scenario. Oh, is that really what I want to do? So I am overproducing a little bit there. Question is just how much copper ore do I need to feed into that? The thing here is quite simple. these two arrays, they don't need an even amount of copper cable. And let's see. Oh, wait a sec. I can't actually measure it. Ah, yeah, here we go. So that's working out. These need 13.4, and there's a production of 15. Wonderful. Okay, so that's going to work out. Nice. The only question that remains is, will I be able to distribute the copper plates accordingly? Well, we're going to worry about that later. So far, things are quite okay here. So this is going to be a similar situation there. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be the materials we use. Right. I could actually be using yellow belt on that one, because the output won't be exceeding 15, so we'd be okay with that one. We'll only need the red one here. Good. Now for the fun with the oil. Alright. Oil. This is going to be a pretty big chunk. We need 19 oil refineries alone for the replication process, and 8 more for the actual production of the petrol gas. Alright, so 19 replicators. Where the hell do I even start building those? So I'd say I'll go down here. How about that? I like this one. So I'll take a generous distance between these. And then I hate this about fluid works so much. They take up so much room. So that's 5 of them. We're needing... that's 10 of them. We're needing 19 in total. So what I'm doing here this time is going to be just like that. I hope this will work out as I imagine it. So I want to create these dudes here. Just like that. So there's going to be the 8 of them. Wrong recipe though. Alright. Yeah, this will hopefully work out as intended. Alright. So do I have some oil on me? Yes, I do. So we're going to need a assembler as well as a Kickstarter here. Let's put that buddy over there. His sole job is to empty an crude oil barrel. Okay, so here goes. Let's distribute those. And I definitely don't have enough pipe on me. Okay. That was to be expected. I'm really curious about how all of this will play out in the long run. But I'm overall quite happy with my approach, engineering more backwards rather than from the root. Which, in the past, I started to whip up the... I would have started with the ore production first, for example, and then go bit by bit into the other branches. Oh my god. I noticed that this approach, though, doesn't work as well for me. I do way more mistakes. I do it that way, so I wanted to try something new with this factory, you know. Okay, so there's only the last question. Where's the plastic going to be produced? I'd say right over here. I like that one. So these buddies go there. Probably not exactly there. We're going to see. Now, onwards to the massive fluid work. That's going to be our job now. Okay. So, let's build a quick replicable connector here, so I don't need to do everything manually. Oh no, I'm out of ammo for my nanobot gun. Gonna fetch that stuff real quick. So I'm rearmed now. I also picked up a little bit of a different calculation there because I plan to overproduce my copper a little bit. And basically, my plan is to produce exactly enough copper plate that these that these copper cable factories there can always work at 100% efficiency. Or at least I hope I can manage. Okay, so now these guys have their input, but their output must be configured now as well. So here goes. I'm really curious if I manage to get a cyclic production going this time. The last couple of times when I tried that replication process, I horribly failed. So the important part about all of this is that the whole production needs to cycle back to where it came from. So we're going to achieve that by stringing it like that, I'd say. Here goes. So I hope that does the trick. So the material we produce flows back into the network. Theoretically, I think I did everything wrong. Theoretically, I think I did everything right, of course. But practically, maybe the other opinion is right. We'll see. Okay. There we go. Let's power it up and get the oil reproduction going as quick as possible. There we go. And last but not least, the buggers in the middle too. Okay. Now, all we need is to drop some oil in there and see what it does. I mean, basically... Are you guys telling me that this whole amount of oil was just not enough? No, I hate when that happens. Alright, so I'll obviously need more oil. So let's bootstrap black holes until I have some oil back in my inventory. It's gonna happen sooner or later. Okay, so I can't do anything about that for now, so we might as well just connect everything in the meantime. Alright. The only thing I won't do is actually connect it. Because I don't want my scarce oil stockpiles to diminish even more. It's a very, very unfortunate interaction that I had no clue that it would be working like that. If I knew, I wouldn't have connected all that many factories together. So let me fix that real quick. Now, luckily I had some other things to do as well, so there were a couple of other items that I needed to get going here too. Okay, so theoretically, these machines should now allocate an overproduction sooner or later. Let's just hope that it's going to be rather sooner than later. Don't know if I'm going to need a tank in between. Oh well, since I still got some, I might as well store some in there. Yeah. Here's slowly starting to happen. They are overproducing and leading that stuff into the grid and that's where the magic is happening. So since I have a couple of oil barrels in my inventory, I might as well just put a couple extra in to kickstart that process even faster. Okay, so now we got a little bit of a stockpiling happening there. I always like to do that. Okay, back to our actual topic. So I got the petrol production already going, therefore. Nice. Alright. So here we go. This model is, of course, also usable here. Alright. Well, I'm gonna wait until I connect this a little bit. Until I got my coal producers stringed up here. So let's see. How many are there on that one? 30. Okay. So we're going to copy that string right away. But I want to have it blockwise here, something like that. I like that. So we're going to need 43 of those in total. This is going to be also for the smeltering and a lot of other processes. So let's see. I think I'm going to slap it over here. So let's see. I'll have to check if the inserters work like that. So output and input, yeah, that's working correctly. Okay. So that's 20. Let's see, is that too close? No. It's 30. That's 40. That's the 43 we need. There we go. That's the good thing. Once you are advanced enough that you can get these things going, or no, once you are advanced enough that you have built these things at least once, then you just can't copy paste your stuff there and everything's fine. Okay, oh man, I ain't got no coal in my pocket. Come on, game. Dang. Alright, so there's, of course, just like every time when I try to build monstrous arrays like these, the issue that stuff's not working out as intended. So I think here I also got to be very careful, because I think if I string it like that, the inserters don't play nicely anymore. Yeah. So we'll have to rearrange those completely. And the easiest way of doing so is just, right now, doing this quickly by hand. So, now, input. Did that mistake so many times with other arrays that Slowly, these things are getting into my habits, you know. Ugh. All right. Now, that's that. Since I can't do anything without coal, let's steal some coal from somewhere else. Go. Just want to get that process already kick-started, you know. The faster I start, the better. Now, the smelters here on that array will be done a lot faster than the last time, because now I'm well capable of just getting the stuff going by copying it. So now we just need to look. We're going to need 21 of these furnaces. Okay. So let's get up there. And all I need to do is to copy myself this array here so far. Boom. And just slap that on somewhere else. These are the 21 smelters I need for the iron production. Alright. The coal will be distributed from here, so we might be... Ah, well. I'll put the iron production here. I love it. This is so much more comfortable than before, you know. Alright. Machinery is slowly filling up with the necessary materials. Okay. Just like the last time, I'm whipping up an extra of space matter furnaces here to make sure that everything works out as intended. Okay, so with that out of the way, we just need to get that coal towards there. Shouldn't be too much of an issue, though. Alright, so I had a split coal supply for that one. There we go. That's all it took. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit longer until we got that truly connected, but just want to start right now. Okay, that's gonna be the iron smelters. These are going to be... no, not the smelters, the replicators. Oh no, it's out of my radar. Dang. So... let me quickly slap down the radar here, so I can copy pasta my smelters somewhere else. So we're needing 11 of those buddies here, so I'm just picking up that. And, well, I'll have to check if the inserters are working out like that, huh? Okay. So... whatever. That won't work out here anyways. So, my smelters will be living like that here. It's a cluster of 5, cluster of 10, and the 11th. So, we're going to pick up our coal here. Because it's just too inviting to use the same thing twice. And then the iron ore will be led over here. I don't know if I really need a red belt here, but whatever. And then we're going to take from here and output there. Why not? So once the coal has arrived, this place should work out just fine. Okay, power for these buddies. And yeah. Well, where were we? So the last part missing now are the copper smelters. For this scenario, I picked up this equation here that I want to use. So it's going to be 55 of them here. Jeez. I put up 44. Oh no, I totally derped here. I put up way more smelters than I got material. So actually we can erase all these. So this is totally overkill. Let's take that out. These materials are way too costly to do it otherwise, you know. Okay, so we don't need those. Well, that's actually beneficial. Okay, now the coal has arrived that we need. Well, okay, I would have done that a little bit more efficiently here, for sure. But oh well. Spaghetti is strong in this one. That's okay. Alright, so this will take a while until they are grooved in. And now I can just use this one. These are 20 units. So for 50 units, well, I'll be rather going already that way. But I'll leave a little bit of a transit line here. So that's 20 units, 40 units, and 50 units. And how many did I need? 55. Alright, so how do I get 55 here? Doing something like that, eh? Okay, then. Let's make sure that this coal supply works out on this side, too. And then, all we need to do is split-a-roo. There it goes. So these buddies here, they don't have safety replicators. Oops, my bad. So we're going to build a couple of them here. So these dudes, they'll have a little bit of a different pathing here. Here. Now, well. Never mind. Oh, I'm so stupid. Never mind me doing dumb things. Here we go. It's just simply these dudes, they can't take their coal from that side. Oh my god. I didn't realize. Okay, here we go. Is there a lack of electricity over here and there? It's truly strange. There we go. So, now let's feed the Kickstarters. Make sure that this stuff can finally flow the direction it's meant to flow. And then this whole beauty will go into 29 of these beasts. Okay. So that's been a cluster of 10, wasn't it? Yeah, alright. So we're definitely going to use this belt here alongside. So what did they say again? 29, okay. So 10, 20, 30. Let's just crop that last one. Make sure they connect like that. Make sure they... How much do they output? It's gonna be more than we can fit on a yellow belt, hey? Okay. So let me fetch my stuff real quick. Okay, so back with more items. I'm going to work on this one now here. So since we're actually producing this time more than 15 units per second, I decided to go for a little trick to string them together properly, because every side of that red belt can only carry 15 units per second, and if I'd put that whole string here on one side of the belt, we would suffer from a problem here, in short. Okay, so there's gonna be the plastic delivery. We're almost done. There's not much more to do before the production of red circuits can commence. So feel free to let me know in the comments, by the way, how you guys like the new over-length format here, because I figured that, you know, probably it's more exciting like that to finish a project completely. Yeah, okay, basic inserters are too slow for the plastic out, just like I thought. There we go. So I'll rather make one longer episode to finish a project versus not getting the episode done, or not getting the topic done in one episode. Okay, so there's only a couple of things left to do. So first off, I need to string in the copper plates into the copper cable factory here. Okay. So here's my big problem. I'm going to split the production into 50-50, although the production itself is not needed in a 50-50 distribution. This is really bothering me to some degree, and I am very afraid that this uneven distribution will become a problem there later on. I'm really afraid so. But let's see. We're going to see what I can do about that. Now, basic inserters are okay for the input, but not okay for the output. Well, it's at least something, you know. There we go. And the faster ones for the output. And same procedure here. So this is for the green circuit boards, and the other one is for the red circuit boards. Alright. So somehow I'm pretty sure that the distribution will become an issue once this grid runs under full capacity. But oh well, there's always some shortcoming in every system, I'd say. Alright. And now let's get over here. How many fast and long-handed inserters would they need? 2. Yeah, well, okay. We can provide. And a slow one for this department. And we're going to put these on. The long scale distributors. Okay. So all that's left to do now is to connect the iron plate in there. I'm gonna snake the iron production through my other areas there. Something like that, I think. Even through the oil part, I don't care. It's just the simplest way of getting the job done. There we go. So there's the iron plate. And now all's going to be quite easy. So I already have defined one entire pipe is going to be just the copper cable here. So wait a sec. I want the closer one, because that's going to be the most consumed material here. There we go. So, let's see. Well, a normal basic inserter would be already in it. Okay, never mind. So let's plot that down real quick. I'm so excited. So we're going to make it like that. Put that one here. Well, we're going to have a little bit of an exception there. Okay. Now, that's done. That's gonna be done. So we're going to pipe plastic in the other way around. Oh no, what have I done? Okay. So I'll just lengthen that route. It's the easiest way of getting the job done, I think. Here we go. All that's left to do now is to plug in the machinery and be very, very happy about the production of that. Okay, so that's gonna be the first part of, oh, well, the second part of my purple science packs. So thanks for watching, everybody. I think I'll leave you from here. There's only one thing left to do, and that's to put these buddies onto the belt. And yeah, feel free to leave me your comments. I'd be really happy to know what you had in mind, especially considering the episode length. But I really think that it's way more entertaining when we got a completed part of the process at the end of each episode. So, oops, pretty sure you guys will agree to that. Alright, so leave me a thumbs up on that video if you enjoyed. I'd be really appreciating. And of course, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. You won't regret it. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.